Good morning, Birchs Bay. What do you hold in store for me today? It's really early in the morning and I just popped to the local shop to get a few supplies for breakfast. And as I was driving back home past the beach, and the tide is way out, this is a really good opportunity for me to have a little look around into areas I normally just cannot get to. And it is absolutely beautiful down here this morning, if not completely freezing. And the worst part of it is, Cooper and I didn't bring a jacket with us. But it's not raining and it's not windy, so we're just going to press on. I've been walking for quite a while now, finding absolutely nothing, and I came across this, which looks like a really old piece of pottery. I like that. I'm going to take that, but I have to say, as far as glass or any other artifacts, it's bizarre that there's just nothing in this part. Well, it's good to know actually, because often when I see the tide I think, oh, if only I could get to that bit. Well, I'm here now. I'm not finding much. Wow, well, I found something. Nearly missed it too with all this seaweed. It's a lovely little green bit. Oh, it feels a bit rough. Oh, maybe it's been burnt, melted. Well, for all this looking, if that's it, I'm just going to have to take it. Otherwise I go back with nothing. And it's cold and I'm hungry. Beautiful down here though. Really like this little bit of green glass that I found at the Middleton Jetty. And it is burnt, so I think that's called Bonfire Glass. So it will probably be from the 67 fires. Now I've got it home, I think it looks like a little map of Tasmania. Then I put it up to the light and I think it's got a very creepy little face in it. Oh dear, a little bit of bonfire face. Anyway, it's a piece of history from Middleton and I love it. So these arrows indicate the start of the sculpture trail. So you just go through that gate there and then up the hill. But down before you go through the gate is this lovely little display of artefacts that have been found on the farm. I like this one. It's the Trocadero Cafe in Hobart. I often wonder about these plates and think, were they souvenir plates or were they lifted from the property? Anyway, that's a very old one. Then there's bits of metal, horseshoes, little toy car. I think it's a great idea putting all this out. And one of the reasons why I think it's a brilliant idea is because so much of the history was lost of the farm when the 1967 fires went through. This is the glass that they found on the property that was melted after the fires went through. A few bottles, poor old poison bottle got broken. But that's what fire does. It takes the history with it. And this property at one point was all orchards, apple and pear. And they were all burnt down in the fire. That's a pear orchard that's left over there. And there was also an old Hobart electric tram that used to sit right here. It was accommodation, and that too burnt down in the fire, but there is parts of it that have remained, and I've been able to find a few bits of it.
This is an old Hobart tram that was moved here in the 1950s. It looked like a tram then, obviously, and then it was set up just here, just up the way as a little dwelling for an old lady that was the mother-in-law of the people in the house. And then in 1967 it caught fire and burnt. But prior to that, it had a little sunroom out this side, and a little kitchen out the end, and a bedroom up that end. It was just set up like a little caravan. Out the back was the toilet. Anyway, it all burnt, and we've moved it here from 50 yards away.
This is what's left of Middleton Jetty. It was built in 1884. I do come down here quite a bit and do a little bit of a dig around, have a look at the artefacts. Some of the pillars and everything are still left here. This burnt down in the 1967 fires, like so many other things. And it was actually quite a big jetty. I see some of these old photos here of people standing in the boat shed and the big steam ships that used to come in. It's amazing. That was the jetty before they built a shed. And there's people waiting for the ferry. It must have been such a busy coastline back then. Anyway, it's great for searching now. Super, I can see something. I'll play with you in a sec. I'm just gonna pick something up. Look at this. Look, Cooper. How old is that? Another bottle. Look at that. It's fantastic. What are you doing? Where are you going, buddy? Okay, I get it. Sweet little finds. That's some more of that lavender magnesium glass. That's my third bit now I've found. It's gorgeous. And sweet, sweet, sweet little bottleneck. Beautiful and smooth.